tension in Owerri as Supreme Court delivers judgment today. Palpable fear and tension have gripped residents of Owerri, the Imo State capital, ahead of the announcement by the Supreme Court that it will, today, Monday, January 13, deliver judgment on the petitions against the declaration of Emeka Ihedioha as the governor of Imo State by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The Supreme Court had earlier slated the delivery of the judgment on the case for January 19th, but had to make a quick turn in announcing today as the day of judgment. Daily Champion had noticed an unusual movement of armed security personnel, including the police and the army, who were allegedly being deployed to some strategic locations to forestall breakdown of law and order ahead of the Apex Court's ruling on who should occupy the Douglas House, the seat of power in Imo State. It will be recalled that a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Ihedioha, had stirred confusion in the state late last year when he predicted a change of guard at the Owerri Government House, saying that the candidates of the All Progressive Congress, Senator Hope Uzodinma, will triumph over Governor Ihedioha, a prediction which has divided Imo indigenes along party lines. While members of the People's Democratic Party are upbeat that the Supreme Court would uphold Ihedioha's victory, members of the All Progressive Congress and All Progressive Grand Alliance are hopeful that the judgment would go in their favor. The director of Imo Orientation Agency, Martin Okpara, told our correspondent that there was no cause for alarm, expressing optimism that the Apex Court would uphold Ihedioha's election. He said that the declaration of Ihedioha as governor was in tandem with the Electoral Act as against the position of the petitioners. Okpara said, "There is no cause for alarm. The governor will win at the Supreme Court as he won at the Tribunal and the Court of Appeal, respectively. This is a governor that was voted by the majority of our people." But the APC chairman in the state, Ñ1Ç, said that he was hopeful that the judgment would go in favor of his party. It would be recalled that the Elders Committee of the PDP in Imo State had earlier in the week reacted over prediction of Reverend Father Ihedioha to the effect that the All Progressive Congress APC governorship candidate in the last election, Senator Hope Uzodinma, would take over power from the incumbent governor Emeka Ihedioha this 2020. The elders had expressed shock over the priest's pronounced judgment as his adoration ground in favor of the APC candidates in the election, Senator Hope Uzodinma. It, however, dismissed the prediction as very sad and contemptuous of the nation's Supreme Court. In a statement on behalf of the elders, which was made available to newsmen in Owerri, elder statesman and a chief of PDP, Chief Emmanuel Ñ1Ç, argued that INEC, which duly and diligently conducted the polls, had, in honesty and transparency and in pursuit of its duty as the electoral arbiter, declared Chief Emeka Ihedioha of the PDP, who scored the highest number of votes cast and also fulfilled all the other constitutional requirements, the winner of the polls. The decision, he said, was received with very loud ovation by the people of the state, who, he said, desperately needed to have a new beginning. Since then, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha has assumed office and very noticeable transformation has taken place in all aspects of life of Imo people. The activities of His Excellency Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha has been appraised on regular basis and endorsed by a Council of Elders. Chief Ñ1Ç explained that the Council of Elders are impressed with his achievements in the areas of road maintenance, water supply, security, payment of salaries and pensions to retired civil servants in the state, adding that groups outside the state had equally rated his government very high in the crusade against corruption and inflation. As citizens who believe in the rule of law, Chief Ñ1Ç said that the elders would not prejudge the verdict of the Supreme Court, saying that they have absolute confidence in the apex counts or to uphold justice. While preparing grounds for a possible victory at the court, the Itato sacked local government council chairman from 27 local government areas of Imo State who are of APC extraction allegedly stormed their various council headquarters with the view to forcing themselves back to office. The former council chairman and councillors who were towards the end of the last administration of former governor of the state, Rochas Okorocha, brought into office were sacked by the incumbent administration of Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha. The aggrieved council chairmen and their councillors had since engaged the state government in a legal battle to reclaim their offices, though the matter is still pending in an Owerri High Court. However, reacting to this development, the secretary to the government of Imo State, Ñ1Ç, in a statement warned the former council helmsmen to discard their plot or be prepared to face the full weight of the law. Barrister Ñ1Ç noted that these council chairmen and their councillors have presented themselves as politicians who have the intention to disrupt the peace, unity and tranquility being enjoyed by the people of the state, pointing out that the state government would deal decisively with any individual, group or association trying to foment trouble in the state. He therefore advised traditional rulers, religious and community leaders, town union officials to caution their subjects against being used by politicians to cause confusion in the state, adding that security agents had been placed on alert to deal with anybody who causes confusion in the state. Wow, today is the D-Day. But in the first place, since the judgment was to be given on the 19th of this month, then why the change of date? Well, they have their reason or their reasons for doing that, but let's wait and see. And concerning what Father Mbaka said, let's wait and see. Just like I said in one of my videos, that of course, let's be watching and see what will happen at the end of the day. Of course, some people are like, oh, the man of God is this, the man of God is that. I said, there's no problem. Everybody, we are in 2020, so we didn't even know that the judgment will be, where the date of the judgment will be taken back. Originally supposed to be on the 19th of this month, but just like I said, we don't know the reason why they have to do all of that. Bringing it back to 13th of January. Let's see what will happen. Of course, there will be tension every now and then. Some people will be like, oh, does it mean what the man of God said is going to come to pass? This and this and that. Power is sweet. Somebody who has been there wouldn't want to leave the power. And that is why most of the time they do all manner of things just to keep themselves there. But the most important thing is that do the needful, irrespective of how many years you are going to spend there. Let your impact be felt. According to what the people from the PDP side are saying now, that the governor has done, uh, great things, incredible things that even the people of the state can really attest to. Good and fine, but let us see, and let's see what happens today. Of course, everybody has already taken position. Everybody is hoping, that the victory will come their way, and which is really normal, is expected. But maybe before the end of today, definitely we will get you posted concerning the latest and the new developments. And someone says, oh Lord, let the council of evil politicians against Emeka Ihedioha made foolish today. Wow, let every enemy against Emeka Ihedioha and Imo State for her. There's no point, trying to cause other people. Since it's today, we will see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. Definitely there is tension. There is tension. There is no doubt about that. And a lot of people are into fasting and prayer. Someone saying, God we trust. Court that has been paid off. Really? Anything can happen, of course. But whichever way, let's see what happens. Everybody should just, cool down. The most important thing is all about the people, irrespective of who is going to be there. Let the person do the needful and let the people of his state enjoy the dividends of democracy. I think that is what is more paramount now. Whoever that is going to be there, fine. Of course, it is normal that people prefer, one candidate to the other. But at the end of the day, let the court, they have the final say. Let's hear what will happen. At least by the end of today, we'll keep you posted. So guys, let's hear your take. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Bye.